Welcome to Dancing with the Odds. It's me, Dennis Truska, and I'm here with Sean Thompson, and we're missing one of our Rad Dads, but
hello.
Aaron Patterson will be joining us shortly, but we're going to go ahead and get started without him, and we'll go from there. So it is September 26, 2024. We have a great show for you today as we continue our journey to $10,000. Don't forget to hit that subscribe to ensure you never miss more awesome content. Speaking of awesome content, there he is, the man.
Sponsored content.
What's up, Aaron? Right on cue.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
You can't hear us, folks. That's amazing.
Speakers, I can.
This is going to be awesome.
I love this.
Yep. It's all good. This is making for great content. We're going to troubleshoot on the fly here, guys.
Oh,
well, we lost video. Video's back. Can you hear us?
Now we're back.
I can hear you.
All right.
Oh,
yay.
Perfect. All right.
Welcome, Aaron.
Yeah, we got you.
We literally just did the intro and you hopped on. So
yeah, worked out perfectly. Good stuff. So
right on. So we're gonna jump into it. A lot of us, as always, as we say, we're dads and we're working dads and we're constantly carpooling kids around, and some of us have some of that to do tonight. So we're gonna try to get this show done so that we can make it out of here in time and our kids don't scream at us. Seems like a good reason.
Video splice like we did last year too, or last week, I should say. So
yeah, we got it done.
But
we got it done. It wasn't our best effort.
We did not have a good week though. We did not have a good week though. That was great. No bueno.
I was gonna get into that a little bit. So we went 1 out of 4. Yeah, 1 out of 4. So
yeah,
I can go through those real quick. USC -5.5 at Michigan. We didn't get that one. The one that really pissed me off, Georgia Southern at Ole Miss. We took the over 65.5. They hit 65.
Half a point.
Yeah.
Right. Half a point. So that was a tough one. Aaron, I'm going to go ahead and let you take the next one we lost. I really want to hear your breakdown.
Gosh, which one was it?
Well, Vegas didn't beat Carolina, I should say.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't think Carolina knows what happened there.
Apparently, Bryce Young was the problem all along.
Evidently.
Yeah, apparently.
If Andy Dalton does it again this week, then obviously he was the issue.
And you're not going to be mad if he does it again. That's fucking awesome. If he
can't
does.
Be.
Keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a game out now. Like they're in contention. We don't have to shut down the season and move on.
Woo! You're in the NFC South. You're always in contention.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly why. Like, why not throw him in? Kudos to Canales for benching Bryce Young.
Having balls to do it, right? Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't care if he's the number 1 pick. We're losing. So let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Couldn't get much worse.
He made a good pick, and in spite of what everybody said, the media talking heads who just kind of ran him through the mud for doing it.
Right.
Came out and threw for 300+ yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
Defense kind of came apart a little bit there at the end, but they still won.
They did.
And hopefully this gives Bryce Young a little bit of incentive. Like,
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to get my ass in gear here. Like,
it gives him a chance to reset a little bit, I think, and maybe learn and see where he goes from here.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
look at Malik Willis.
Won the one bet. Go ahead.
Yeah. I would say Malik Willis leading the Packers and hitting our one bet that we won this week.
That's right.
Yeah.
Over 18.5. So
good call on that one, Sean, who's still on a tear, by the way. So we hit that one. Sean, do you want to? I'm gonna give you guys the record. So this week, we're all doing. I feel like we're all kind of picking good games here. I think we're we're starting to zone, or hone in, I guess, on the right games.
Right.
However, we didn't make money this week. So I went 3-3.
No, we did not.
And I'm 8-13 overall. Sean, you went 4-1. So coming off a 6-0 weekend, still hit 4 out of your 5 bets. You're 12-9 on the year.
There we go.
And then Aaron went 1-3. and 9-12 on the year. So apparently, I'll bow down to Sean. He's just kicking our butts right now. So maybe we just take his bets
Just
today.
lucky.
I don't know. Yeah. By the way,
Well, it looks like we
DWTO
all
4-13.
4-13. Oh shit.
We're 4
We
and
just
13.
need to know which ones to pick.
All
Yeah.
4 of the wins
Yeah.
are from the last 2 weeks, though. So we're
Oh,
getting there.
We're getting better.
We're getting there.
better. Yeah.
Silver lining.
Getting better. So
We've got
All
the
right.
secret sauce coming.
hope
What are you gonna
so.
do? Anyone drinking anything? I will say I'm not. I'm
No.
drinking iced tea because Sean and I are dumb and we're doing a market to market run this weekend. So I'm trying not to imbibe the week leading up.
Yeah.
But you are
I think you got 10 miles. I got 9.5. I think 77 total miles is the total course.
running from Omaha to Lincoln in a 8-man
great.
Where are you
relay.
guys running from?
Great
Our
question.
responsibilities? I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to take us 13 hours. It's literally all day. It's
Yeah.
It's
They're
crazy.
starting us like the second earliest group or something like that because we have such a slow pace overall. The team.
yeah.
You guys
The
are
teams
starting on
that
Friday
win
night.
will start at like noon probably. So
Yeah. But it is what it is. So it'll be fun though. I'm looking forward to it. But
Yeah.
And
You drinking, Aaron?
No, go ahead.
I was just
I'll
asking if
say,
you were drinking. That's all.
I'm finishing my detox after the golf weekend last weekend too. So yeah, it was fun. Too much
There was
fun.
a lot of booze
Way too
had
much fun.
during that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So golf was fun.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Golf-
much from
golf
either
was-
one of you, so I figured it was a good time.
Oh man.
golf game was okay. Wasn't great.
You came in third on the weekend though. You did good.
I did. I don't know
Yeah.
how.
You beat
but
Michael.
I
I
did.
was impressed by that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I
was.
went for a run on Monday night and pretty certain I was sweating Busch Light the entire run, and I got about 3 miles in. I'm like, yeah, it's over. I'm done. I got to stop. So so yeah, but looking forward to this weekend. It should be fun. So
It will be. It will be. Well, all right. Without further ado, should we get into our bets this week?
yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
The winning
say we
bets.
start- the winning bets. I think we got to start with the guy who's leading the charge right now, Sean. So you want to kick
All
it
right.
off with your college bets there, sir?
Yeah. So starting off Big Ten, team that beat Nebraska last week. It's a close game. Nebraska should have won the damn game, but they didn't. But Illinois is heading into Penn State. They've had two tough road games for Illinois, but I was surprised at how good Illinois played in Lincoln. Hostile environment, played really well.
That is a much improved team.
I think they were an 8-point dog last week against Nebraska. Now, obviously, Penn State is a better team than Nebraska. Happy Valley is a very intimidating, very tough place to play as well. But they're 17.5-point dogs right now. I think they cover this game. I think all three of us kind of like this
crazy.
game too.
Yeah.
So,
I think
and
all
Illinois
of us
has
circled this
covered.
one.
Yeah, and Illinois has covered their last 10 games on the spread.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
so I like Illinois taking 17.5 points against Penn State. I wouldn't be shocked if Illinois beats Penn State, to be frankly honest with you. I think a lot of people aren't giving Illinois a lot of the credit. They have their quarterback solid. Defense played really solid against Nebraska. So we'll see if they can do it second week in a row. LSU Southern Alabama. This is in Baton Rouge. Both teams score a ton of points. LSU's they year in year out usually like to score a ton of points, and Southern Alabama has been scoring. Now they don't play anyone necessarily, but they do like to put points on the board as well. So I believe they scored 87 points at one game this year. They won 87-10 against Northwestern State. Now, granted, that's not LSU, but this is obviously a team that can, score some points. And so I like the over on that at 62.5. And then last, I'm going to stick with Ole Miss. I know we just missed it by 0.5 point last week with them. Kentucky, Ole Miss, both of these teams can score. I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot of defense in this game personally. And so I like the 52.5 over on that game.
I still like that one as well.
Yeah. Ole Miss can put points up. Jackson Dart's
Yes,
the real
they
deal.
can.
Oh yeah, solid team. So that's what I got.
Excellent. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, what you got?
Oh, I'm surprised that you asked me. Not at all.
Ooh, I get to go.
No, I'll start with SEC game here. Oklahoma, 2.5-point favorites at Auburn. Auburn is not doing very well right now. Hugh Freeze is, I think he's losing that team. I didn't look it up, but I saw something somewhere, and maybe you guys have seen this too, where Hugh Freeze, after the game last week, said that they need to find a quarterback that doesn't throw it to the other team. I don't know if that was for real or if that was like
That's funny.
a
Like
joke,
a meme or something, like a fake meme or something. Yeah, I hadn't seen that, but
UNLV
I
quarterback's
could see
open.
him saying that.
He
though.
just left. So
that's why I said that's like that totally sounds like something that Hugh
Ooh.
Freeze would say.
Yep.
But yeah, they've lost to both Cal and Arkansas. Both teams don't come any. I don't think they come anywhere close to what Oklahoma has. Oklahoma put up a good fight against Tennessee. They kind of fell apart there at the beginning of the game. Towards the back half of the fourth quarter, they started to kind of click a little bit on offense with that freshman that they've got that they put in, and I think he's going to be their spark plug moving forward if they don't keep going with him. I'm not sure what Vrabel or not Vrabel. God, what the hell's his name? Oklahoma's coach.
Oh,
Anyway.
Venables.
Venables, yeah. I don't know what he's doing. They got to ride with him. He gave them the spark. Their defense is good. Auburn's not a good team. I can see Oklahoma covering 2.5 in Auburn pretty easily.
It's a pretty small spread for them.
Yeah. I could see him winning by 14.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would be too tough for him.
No.
Second game I got here, and this one I went back and forth on. I don't feel very
I looked at
confident
this
about
for a
it.
second. I did.
But so I got Colorado at UCF. At first, I was looking at the spread because Colorado's 14.5-point underdogs. Then I was looking at the over-under, which is set right now, currently at 63.5. And I went back and forth on this after reading. I went with the over, then I went with the under, then I went with the over, then I settled on the under. I'm still not sure what to expect of UCF. They've played pretty much nobody.
Right.
But
right.
they've got a really good rushing offense. They've got a pretty good defense. It's one of those things like which offense is going to show up for Colorado, which defense is going to show up for UCF. I would probably feel more inclined to go with the plus 14.5. I don't know that UCF is going to beat Colorado by more than 2 touchdowns. I could see them winning. I don't think it's going to be by more than 2 touchdowns. So if I had gun to my head, I would say probably Colorado at plus 14.5 is what I would go with. Then the next game that I've got here, and I won't even touch on the Illinois one because I think we all agreed on that.
Yeah,
Illinois.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
17.5
I think we're
is-
all gonna. Yep.
That's a big spread for
Real quick before you move
solid
on from
team.
Colorado, can I just say something?
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
Whole fucking them charging the field for beating fucking Baylor. Are you kidding me? It's so fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
They've charged the field 3 times under prime, and they've won 6 total games.
Right.
Colorado State,
Right.
Nebraska, and Baylor.
You got to have something to be
Act like
excited
you've
about.
fucking been there before. I realize you suck at football and like your history is embarrassing and you're probably never
Right.
going to get better, but try. Just try. We're trying. Just try harder, Colorado.
We are trying.
Jesus
We're always
Christ.
trying.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're always trying. Always. But
Yeah. No,
Jesus, stupid.
it's a good point.
Yeah. And they took down the goalpost.
Yeah. That's so that the review was null and void at that point. They can't play a game without a
That's
goal.
right. Oh, yeah. The game, they still had to review the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did it
Just
on
run the
purpose
field
just to
early.
make sure. I get it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a strategy.
If it's, yeah.
Sorry
Smart.
to interrupt, but it's like. Grr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But for the reasons that Sean said, the Illinois game, I think Penn State more than likely will win, but they're not going to win by 17.5.
No.
So
No.
Yeah.
Illinois, Brett Bielema was a solid strategist.
Yeah.
As a head coach, they had a great game plan against Nebraska.
Holtmeyer's been playing well.
Yeah, he doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
He's a game manager. They've got a defense that's going to be able to stop Penn State's passing attack. If Penn State were to get that 17.5, it's going to be on the ground. And I think Illinois' front seven is still good enough to stop the run. So for those reasons, I would go with Illinois plus 17.5.
Yep.
Then my last one, Fresno State, and as you mentioned, UNLV. I went with the over at 49.5. Even though the kid is redshirting from UNLV, I looked and I think he's only like a 53% completion percentage passer. So he's not like fantastic by any means. He's just helped them to a 3-0 start, and they beat Kansas. Not anything special.
Seems like everyone else is doing the same thing. So
yeah,
beating Kansas. I mean,
yeah. Fresno State and UNLV, they're both offense-heavy teams. The defense, both defenses are garbage. Just looking at different statistics, they rank at the bottom of every like non-power conference defensive statistic ever. UNLV gives up those big passes of 40-plus yards 5% of the time. They're the second lowest as like non-power conference team in giving up those big chunk plays.
interesting.
I think Fresno State's going to be able to exploit that. I can see 49.5 is not a lot of points. It's easily going to be like a 35-34 type of game. It's going to be a shootout.
Yep.
And moving over to NFL, sticking with Carolina, which I don't know that we should, but here we go. I liked Carolina and Cincinnati over 47.5. If Andy Dalton can replicate what he did last week and that offense can move the ball like they did, Cincinnati's defense isn't great. Carolina's defense isn't great. This could be a shootout.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And Cincinnati is desperate for a win right now. So
They are.
Burrow's going to be.
And Burrow's starting to play a little better. Or
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres, if you've seen the memes.
I did.
That's funny.
Ellen DeGeneres is 0-3. That's what I saw.
Did you see the picture of him walking into the stadium?
Yeah, that's what it. It's like the sweater vest thing, and
Yeah.
oh
Jeez.
boy,
Pants from like early 2000.
was amazing.
Yeah. So they're going to be looking for a win. They're going to be chucking the ball. They don't have much of a rush offense. So 47.5 isn't much for both these teams, especially if Andy Dalton and that offense can hum along like they did against Vegas. This other one that I really liked was the Minnesota Green Bay game, and I picked the under at 43.5. Minnesota's defense is legit right now.
Yeah.
I watched a thing on Sunday Countdown last week where they brought out a bunch of plays, and then Alex Smith had to try to guess what the coverage was prior to the snap.
Mm-hmm.
And out of 4 plays, he missed 3 of them because
wow.
Minnesota's doing so good at hiding their coverages before snap.
Yeah. Wow.
Will Willis be able to will he be able to dissect that?
He's
Alex
just
Smith
gonna run
wasn't able
anyways.
to. You're right. Which
But
leads
yeah.
up to an under 43, and
Right.
and
I can see that.
it feels like an old school NFC North type of
Smash
game, where
mouth
it's going to
kind
be
of.
like
Yeah.
10 to 13 or something.
Yeah,
like
these
that.
games are typically low scoring between these two
Yeah,
teams. It
just
always is, though.
Ugly.
I saw this one too, and I really like this under bet here. So absolutely.
And then the last one I got is New England 10.5 point dogs at San Francisco. That's a big spread in the NFL, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. They're going cross country, but San Francisco is really banged up right now.
They
Yes,
are.
they are.
10.5 points.
And I'm loving seeing them not play well. It's
Yeah, it's
warms
funny.
my heart. It's fun.
It's
It's
like
very nice.
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Screw
Yeah,
the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But then I looked
Des didn't
and
catch it,
Jim.
Colin.
What?
I said Des didn't catch it, Colin.
Oh yeah. if he listens. He probably doesn't listen,
Has
Dick.
to put his erection in his
No.
waistband now.
Sorry,
Okay,
listeners. I
moving on.
don't know what the hell's going on.
It doesn't matter.
It's a long story, and you probably wouldn't
Yeah.
follow anyway.
It's a long text thread. So,
Yeah.
and the fight's been going on for like 5 days. It's like, did
I love
Dez
it.
catch the
It's-
ball or not?
It's so funny.
I
I don't
wanted
even
to-
care. I just drop it in there every once in a while.
Yeah, I thought about saying thanks for stirring him up, Dennis. I thought I was
I
like,
love that he
I'm
gave the
stirring
entire
pot.
explanation again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was stirring the pot by taking the picture of the J-Skers license plate.
That was
and
great.
Getting
That
them
was
all worked up. But
yeah. We love you, Colin.
my other plates
Yeah,
go
we'll
back
have 'em-
go.
Yeah. We'll have to have him on the show
Uh,
soon. So,
Yeah, we will. We will. Now that we actually have technology that works. So
Yeah.
right.
And hopefully the live stream won't be a complete dumpster fire.
I don't think it will be. I think we'll be good.
we're trying. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
That's all we're doing.
But one
All we
thing
can do is try.
that I saw that was interesting with this New England San Francisco game is MGM has their little thing where they run their simulations, and 68.5% confidence that the Pats cover this spread,
Wow.
Wow.
which I thought was pretty high.
That is pretty high.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like New England plus 10.5 on that one.
Very good.
I tried not to throw a whole lot of bets at the wall this time. So
That was good. You did more
Right.
than I did. I'm going to go back and do my college bets. So obviously, I'm not going to go into the Illinois game.
Right.
All the same reasons, right? All the same reasons. The only other thing I guess I am going to go a little bit into it is last year they kind of went toe to toe with Penn State most of the game, and then late in the game, Penn State pulled away and won by 17. And Altmaier threw 4 interceptions in that game. So
that's
I,
not
yeah.
happening this time.
it's not going to happen this year.
No,
So
no.
but on top of all the other reasons you guys already said, the other game I picked out was Oregon at UCLA over 55.5. So you know how sometimes, you were just talking about Green Bay, Minnesota, how sometimes teams just do those smash mouth full of
Mhm.
scoring. These two teams like to score when they play each other. So 8 of the last 9 meetings have gone over, including 73, 65, 75 the last 3 years. So yeah, UCLA's defense is 7th worst against the pass this year, surrendering more than 295 yards per game. Is Dylan Gabriel going to throw for 400 yards? You know what I mean? Either way, Bruins are not going to stay in this game, but they'll score enough. I could see like a 48-17 kind of game out of this one.
Yeah.
So I really like that line. Well, you did your NFL, so I just dive into NFL, and you want to do yours,
Yeah,
Sean?
sorry, I got crazy.
That's-
there.
you were excited. You
Oh.
had it. You were on a roll.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm not mad about it. Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, sure. So I've got
Oh
yeah, that's fine. I've got Matt Stafford. They're playing the Bears this week. The Bears defense, there's a lot of good defense in the NFC North this year, and the Bears is no different. They're very reminiscent of the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl that the Bears went to. I think it was 08, maybe 07. I can't remember. Might have
It's been a
even
long
been
time.
before that. Yeah. But the only reason that the Bears made it to the Super Bowl that year was because of their defense. It was not
Defense,
for fighting Rex Grossman.
Correct.
It was the defense. And so it is not going to be due to the play of their offense that they're going to win many games. It's going to be their defense. And so Stafford has hit this line at over 213.5 his last 10 games. However, the Bears only give up 163 passing yards on average per game this year thus far. So I like them. I think they're going to get to Stafford a lot. I think they're going to really hold him down. I see him having under 200 passing
And his 2
yards
top
overall.
receivers are
So-
still out, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot less weapons, and it's in
It's good.
Chicago, so should be. I think that's a good line. I got the Commanders under 10.5 in the first half. This is also a line that they've hit in their last 10 games. They have not scored more than 10.5 in their last 10 games. So and they're the
like it,
Commanders,
considering who they're playing. I
terrible.
like it.
So right, yeah. So I think they're gonna
Go
keep
Cards.
it under that as well. Yep. And then I don't know how the hell Buffalo is an underdog to the Ravens. I get it's in Baltimore. The Ravens are terrible. Like, they are playing awful football right now. And Buffalo looked lights out against who the hell did they play the other night? I can't remember who they played, but they played lights out. I mean, they just
Jacksonville. It was Jacksonville.
yeah, they just
that was why.
trucked Jacksonville. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville's not a good team,
we-
but I don't see Buffalo losing this game. I think Buffalo wins this game. So
Side
I
bet,
got them at
Sean?
2.5. Sure.
So on paper, Baltimore's way more talented team. I think they're
They
just
are.
off to a bad start. That's just my gut.
Yeah.
I
but on paper,
to me, this one
Paper's
was
one
like,
thing.
oh, I think
Yeah.
Baltimore can cover. I think Baltimore can cover.
Like,
I think
well,
six-pack
I think
bet.
my question would be,
sure. Let me know you want.
how is Buffalo's
Oh, I'm already
run
going to win.
defense?
That's awesome. I'm sorry, Aaron.
I was just gonna say the question to me is how is Buffalo's run defense, because that might
Yeah.
be just enough to tilt it, because you hand the ball off
And
to
they're getting
Derrick
Henry
Henry.
going now, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
I
runs
true.
think,
down
I
the
think
hill
Baltimore
wherever.
just has gotten off to a bad start. That's all. You
Mhm.
know, I think they're better than what they've shown. But that's just my gut. You know, I mean, sometimes I think they have a horrible coach. He makes some decisions that I'm like, what are you doing?
Been there forever. But
I know he's
yeah,
a
I
good
don't
coach.
know.
I just sometimes he makes these
Yeah.
weird. It's usually when they're playing like the Chiefs and he like freaks out. But
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I like the other side of
But-
it. Yeah.
Baltimore
I like
on the money
Baltimore to
line might
cover
be
that
the
one.
play there.
What's that?
I said Baltimore on the money line might be the play there, depending on what the odds are. The value there
Right.
could be pretty good.
I like those though. I really like that Stafford one. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I bet Colin will love it too.
Probably.
Oh yeah, they'll be all over that one. You share it with them. We'll do a short with that part of it and send it to him. And I'll make
Oh,
one
yeah.
just for him for the other stuff too. All
There you go.
right, so I'll go. Those were your three, right? Yeah. So I like the Jacksonville at Houston. Houston to cover 6.5. You know, playing in Minnesota is difficult. Houston got penalized so many times in that game, and the Texans' offense just didn't gain any traction. They were off. I think it's going to be a lot different at home versus Jacksonville. Jaguars should respond because they were embarrassed, as you just said, playing Buffalo. They did get trucked, but really like how Houston's receivers match up against Jacksonville's crappy secondary. So I think the Jags play. They do play a lot of man coverage, and C.J. Stroud's going to shred them. I think covering 6.5 is going to be easy for this team. The other bet I had to put down was the same one, Cincinnati at Carolina over 47.5, which actually, when I wrote it down, it was 50, and I still liked it. And then Aaron let me know earlier today it's actually at 47.5. I'm like, man, I like it even more. So
this afternoon when I looked,
yeah. I
dropped
mean,
to
I looked this
47.5.
morning. I looked in the morning before work, and that's what it was at. So, all the same reasons. Getting Andy Dalton in there, they're able to score points now. Both teams can't stop anybody. So if the offenses get going, I mean, 27-24, get it done.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I like those ones. So. All right, so we went through all of them. We did all college, all NFL. Obviously, I think the Illinois Penn State game, taking Illinois to cover is one. So that's definite. What else do you guys like? All right, so I can go through them. Oregon, UCLA over 55.5. LSU, South Alabama over 62.5. Kentucky, Ole Miss over 52.5. Oklahoma to cover -2.5 at Auburn. I'll tell you right now, that's my next vote. Colorado plus 14.5 at UCF. Fresno State at UNLV over 49.5. We did a lot of overs this week too.
Yeah. I like
Overs are fun.
the Kentucky Ole Miss,
Yeah, I like that one.
Oklahoma Auburn. Those are two that kind of
Jump.
have more. I have more confidence in those than the Colorado,
the
Fresno
others.
State, UNLV.
Yeah, the Colorado
Yeah.
one, I just
I just
feel
don't
like we
know
gotta
about.
stay away from that
yeah,
one.
Right. And you don't know about UCF either. Who the hell are
No.
they? They haven't
Mhm.
played anybody.
They might crush them for
Yeah.
all I know.
Right.
They're gonna be like Stevie Janowski, gonna show up and be like, "I feel 10 feet tall, strong as an ox." Colorado's, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck are you?
The fuck are
Who
you?
the fuck are you?
Put a link to
All
that
right,
clip in the
so-
show notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Classic.
that was awesome. I don't know. I like the Oklahoma
Obviously, we're
one. That one
picking.
stands
Yeah,
out
I was
the
going to
best
say,
to me.
obviously, we're going to pick an SEC game here. So,
Yeah.
which one?
Okay, so the Ole Miss over game or Oklahoma Auburn. I will say that Ole Miss, it's only 52.5.
Yeah.
Which
The Ole Miss
Ole
game.
Miss could
I mean,
Ole Miss could do by themselves.
they can do that
Kentucky's-
by themselves.
Kentucky's going to score. I don't think they have a prolific defense that's going to slow down
No,
that Ole Miss offense.
no, Ole Miss is just, man.
That could easily
freight
be a
train.
35 to 32 type of game. 35-30.
Right. Yeah.
You feeling one way or another, Sean?
We were close with
I like
Ole
the
Miss
Oklahoma
last
game.
week.
Yeah.
You like the
I
Oklahoma game?
game too. Mm-hmm.
I think I do too.
Okay.
Aaron?
I'm
We got
good with
twist your
either
arm?
one. Yeah, I'm good with either one.
Okay. I say we lock that one in.
Okay. Got
move
it.
on to NFL. What are you
Sure.
guys feeling on those ones?
Even though it might bite me in the ass, the Carolina Cincinnati over 47.5 and that Minnesota Green Bay under 43.5 were the two that
I like the Minnesota Green
really
Bay
stood
under for
out.
sure.
I do too.
Yeah.
Those are actually the two I like.
Yep.
I mean, I like the Carolina one. It was one of the ones I brought.
Okay.
The only, I mean, I
or
like
the
the
Stafford
I
one.
kind of like that Stafford one. That Stafford
Yeah.
one is kind of fun, right? We don't do a lot of props.
And
Right.
if they allow Stafford to pass for more, we can give Colin shit.
Yeah.
We could blame
so-
Colin if he goes over.
I think
Yeah.
I mean, even though we wouldn't win any money, it would be kind of a win-win situation there.
I like it.
It would be.
I like
It would be totally.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be fun. Or do we just do 5 bets and make that the 5th bet? It's just a thought. What are
Yeah.
we at? $8 in the bankroll right now? What do we?
1847.
1947.
1847.
Ooh! Wow! Look at us go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
what did
I
you
can't
guys
even
wanna
look
do
up
then?
the. I
the
can't even
fifth
look
bet
up the
or-
Stafford line right now.
Oh, you can't. You were gonna look up the odds.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Yep. I got the college one in, but I don't. It's not giving me an opportunity to do the Stafford line. So
Interesting. Well,
I
So
think it
I-
might be close to
FanDuel
opening
thing.
game time. Yeah, I think it's just closer to game time kind of thing. So
well, then I say we stick with the 4 straights: Cincinnati, Carolina over, and the Minnesota Green Bay under. And then if we can, maybe we throw a 5th bet at Stafford on game day or as we get closer if
Yeah.
it pops up.
sure,
What do you guys think? Just a
Yep.
thought.
like
there.
it.
Awesome. All right, guys. So we got our bets. So we got Illinois plus 17.5 at Penn State, Oklahoma minus 2.5 at Auburn, Cincinnati at Carolina over 47.5, and Minnesota at Green Bay under 43.5. And then, of course, if we can, Matthew Stafford under
we'll get the Stafford.
213.5 passing yards at
Right.
Chicago, at Soldier Field,
At Chicago.
The Bears.
Top Bears. Oh, hey, there you go. All right, so you going to be able to place the bet tomorrow, Sean?
Yes, I can.
Oh, awesome. Legally in
Legally.
Iowa?
Disclaimer in
Disclaimer.
Iowa.
Oh, man.
Love
Yeah, I
it.
almost
Yeah,
said that
no,
on a call with Bill yesterday. It was funny. Because he was like, yeah, sometimes I visit people in Iowa, and I'm like,
Man.
Disclaimer.
it's like the
He'd be
way he
like,
said it, too. It was like,
What?
in
He
Iowa.
waited for it. Maybe he knew.
Right.
Pavlov's
might have.
He
dog
was
over
just
here.
seeing. He was seeing if you were gonna bite.
Well, awesome,
That's
guys.
awesome.
That's it. That's our bets. You got anything else to share with our listeners?
Now, question:
Thing-
how much are we putting on the? How much on each line?
Do we do 5? We back
'Cause
to
if we're gonna
5?
do-
I mean, I'll Venmo you some
We can
money.
go back
but-
to 5. Yeah.
Or
'cause
we could
that's
go
what,
do
5, so-
10s. I just got to send money either way. So
Yeah, because so if we do 10, I'll need, so we're like roughly 20, so I'd probably need 30 more total to
Okay.
do 10 per. If we
Send
have
you
5
10.
lines, yeah.
Okay. Yep. We can do that.
on, Carolina.
Oh, we got
We're
this.
gonna
Come on.
Get there.
We're picking good games
Damn it.
here. Damn it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
So, but yeah,
Well, last thing
we're
I'll say
trying.
is we are still on a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're watching right now and you haven't done so yet, hit the little subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of the video. We get to 1,000, we're going to dance for you. We're going to be choreographed. Look at that.
be awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
To here.
It's going to be
Here,
great, and we're going to do
here.
some kind of giveaway. Okay, we'll give something cool away when we get there.
Yeah.
Other than that, please make sure you're following us on all the socials and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. That's it. Until next week.
Thanks,
Let's
guys.
win some bets.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks, guys. See ya.